Hey YouTube, this is Crowd68 from Frankfurt and Germany. And this is a video about granules I'm using to smoke my pipe. A German YouTuber a few months ago told us a story that he had been persuaded by a pipe shop owner to try out the meerschaum granules by White Elephant and tested, and I found this very interesting. So I went to a local pipe shop. They didn't have these. They had the Denicool ones, who are filter crystals, right? You can put into your pipe, but basically the principle they're working on is the same. The Denicool ones are silica chemically, right? And the meerschaum granules are zepulit, right? And they're both very porous and can take off a lot of condensation and resin. And so I tried it out over 2 months, and this is what I've found out, and actually I'm quite impressed. Now, you know that most of us over here in Europe, especially in Germany, we are smoking with 9mm filters, and yet even when you're smoking with these filters, the granules are actually improving the result of your smoke. Why is that? Well, condensation is drastically reduced, so the pipe smokes much drier, and this means also that there is less condensation left in the pipe. So especially when you're smoking aromatics, you don't see ghosting as prominent as you would do without those granules in your at the bottom of your pipe, right? So that's quite an advantage. So you don't have to clean out with salt and alcohol to get rid of a ghost that has been left over by a heavy aromatic, right? The other thing is that we all love to buy our pipes in shops, but quite often we don't do that. We buy pipes online. Either we buy them as estates or we buy them as new pipes. But what you can't do is, when you do that, is you cannot run a pipe cleaner into the bowl and see what the drilling is like. Okay, that would be nice if you could do that, but it's impossible, right? That's one of the disadvantages of online shopping, and especially with quarter bends, half bends, and full bends, the drilling does not always end up at the very bottom of the bowl, and then you might actually end up with the soggy bottom boys living in your pipe, which is something I don't like. I mean, I'm not afraid of that my pipe might develop some swampy bottom or something like this. It's just that at the end the pipe doesn't taste very nicely, right? And this has been very much improved in the last 2 months since I've been using those meerschaum granules and those silica crystals. Both actually turn the smoke into a very dry smoke, which helps me to reduce condensation considerably, and therefore the tobaccos taste better, especially in the last third of the bowl, I found. So this is quite nice. Another thing, and I'm looking at you, Samuel Gallup, right? It improves actually smoking wet tobacco, right? So very much, right? My theory is that especially the meerschaum granules, as the heat of the smoke goes over them, they heat up, and then they dry the tobacco from the bottom. So what you get is this fine powdery ash that you want to have at the end of the smoke, right? And this is what I've got with every pipe ever since I've been using both products. So I'm quite happy. They're not very expensive, both, right? So the Denicool crystals here, they're round about €6.50. The meerschaum granules, they're €7.50. And you just need a few of them, just to have a dozen or so. You put into the pipe, then you put the tobacco on top, automatically have an air pocket, light the pipe, smoke, fantastic. Now over there in America, where you live, this will definitely help you to smoke tobaccos like McBaron, where a lot of people are reporting that they will get tongue bite because of the typical McBaron. I think it's a maple casing they put onto a lot of their Virginias, and then together with the moisture, this will produce tongue bite. And I think these granules can actually reduce tongue bite very efficiently if you're smoking without a filter. So if you're looking for something, if you're really having a tongue bite problem, this might be a solution, and it's actually not a very expensive one. I haven't checked whether these granules or these crystals are available over in your online pipe shops, but they might be, right? And I think you can order them mail order them from Germany if you can't get them in America. So this is a tip from me, from Crowd68. Granules and crystals, they really do improve smoking experience. That's what I found out over the last 2 months. So if you want to give it a punt, right, why not? So take care, stay healthy, keep your pipes smoking, and we see each other here again on my channel. Greetings from Germany, from Frankfurt, from Crowd68. Bye.